So I was reading an article from Velo magazine. The fact of the matter, however, is that based on what folks in the bike industry tell us, there's hardly anything at all that won't be affected by tariffs. There was another article in USA Today where Stephen Frothingham, the editor-in-chief for Bicycle Retail and Industry News, he said, a 25% tariff does not mean an item will cost 25% more. He said, a rule of thumb I've heard people in the industry use is that a $1 increase of import cost equals a $3 increase in retail on the showroom floor. Let's say a chain is normally $10 at import value. You put a 25% tariff on it. Now its value is $12.50. Which gets passed to the distributor who takes a margin. Then it goes to the retailer who takes a margin. So if you use the 3-to-1 rule of thumb, the price of the chain would raise from $10 to $17.50.
Yeah.
One of the things people say is, well, you should just buy American.
There are some American bikes, and Envy makes frames in the United States. There's a bunch of custom frame builders out there, like Seven and others, Linsky. All of these companies are making metal frames in the United States. So there are options there.
And the materials are getting tariffed. So, and the parts are still, all the components
Well, anything on the full bike is still coming from, yes.
Okay.
All the SRAM parts are coming from Taiwan. Shimano is coming from a lot from Japan, some from Malaysia. There's actually a few American-made companies for parts, like Wolf Tooth out of Minnesota, and they make chain rings and headsets, and Industry 9, and Chris King is a famous one. We mentioned Envy, but also Zip rims. If you're in, again, this is all high-end stuff. So their carbon rims are made in the United States. But of course, if you get a full wheel, they're using hubs that are not,
and hubs and tires and sealant and all that other stuff.
Orange Seal. So so Orange Seal's sealant. So there are options that will probably not see the price increases.
But also remember that other stuff may be impacted. Let's use Orange Seal. Where are their labels made? Where are their bottles made? Where are all the chemicals coming from? One of the articles I read was that companies might try to accommodate for tariffs is they won't include batteries. They might reduce some of their packaging. Maybe Orange Seal has to reduce the amount of Orange Seal you get. The point of every article I've read is that there is no one escaping the tariffs.
Right.
Everything is impacted.
You look at Wolf Tooth, Industry 9, and Chris King, they rely on a lot of aluminum. Well, that's all tariffed.
So it's just, can't necessarily just buy American when it comes to a bicycle.